because y'all gossip, y'all ugly, y'all negative, y'all always disrespectful to people. You expect for people to tiptoe around you, and
Not happy.
people are tired, especially white people, Indian people, Asian people. They're tired of looking at you coming in, look like who the fuck did it and why. You show up late every day. You always run in your mouth, and you never really actually add any value to the organization. And when you don't get a promotion, it's everybody else's fault except for yours. We don't want to hear about your how many baby daddies you got at home.
And we don't want to hear about how many dogs you have. Your dog. And then on top, let me finish.
No. See, now the real no. Hold on. See, the real you is coming out.
No, this I'm not hiding anything. To go around, let me finish.
No. Hold on. The real you is coming out now. You don't want to hear about your dog. Fuck you. Now. No.
Okay.
See, the thing that y'all don't understand is people know that y'all got a negative disposition towards them.
Well,
White people know y'all hate them. And then when they return the same energy back to you, when they say, well, don't nobody want to hear about your ghetto kids at home that keep on writing on the wall all day, then you're going to get offended. You can talk about their dogs and say, fuck you, bitch. But then if they call you an angry black woman and it's, and this is where the black fatigue comes from, is because y'all always victims and you're never the aggressor. For some reason or another, y'all are always the ones that get offended. And then when you finally get called out on your, then it's, oh my God, I can't believe it. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and all of this other bull. You just exhibited exactly what men deal with on a regular basis. Now, white people are dealing with it. See, this is what men have been going through inside of their households. They've been knowing and they've been dealing with the angry black woman syndrome for centuries, for decades. Now, white people, the very ones that y'all join forces with, especially white women, they saying, okay, Shaquanda, how many times are you going to be aggressive in the workplace? And how much chicken are you going to steal out of the refrigerator? And when they then call y'all out on y'all bull, now it's you, bitch. We don't like to hear your dogs, and I didn't want to go to the potluck because your cat probably was standing on the counter. Now it's coming out. They can see the resting face. Y'all don't hide y'all emotions well. You think that everybody is supposed to tiptoe around y'all. And now they have black fatigue. Q, now you see what black fatigue is.
As someone who has been in corporate America, who has had upper leadership positions as well, I know how to conduct myself in a setting, and I have been reprimanded for being very to myself and being quiet, right? I'm not the type of person who causes problems.
Right.
I know how to appropriately express myself. And even then, I've even had to, what we quote unquote code switch to be even more palatable so that I do.
You have to code switch if you're a nice person.
I find it hard to believe that the same group of women who refuse to smile at men are the same ones who are willing to code switch for anybody's benefit.
I've never had to code switch in corporate America. I was just normal.
I said code switch because to me that's in more so in layman's terms, but I've even had to, what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, no, you said it the right way. You meant it the way you said it.
Okay, then we'll just keep that. I've had to kind of change it up a little bit because I felt like even if I'm my quiet, authentic self, that's still an issue. I've had that be an issue. Oh, why don't you talk to everyone else? Or why don't you do that? It's being perceived this way. Mind you, I do my job, go home, I speak to people, I say hello, but because I'm not doing some of the extras, then
that's what's required when you want to excel and get into upper leadership. You have to do exceptional things. It's not just about whether you do your job. If you just want the job, then you do your job and go home and nobody is going to bother you. If you want to excel and you want to go into upper leadership and you are now a representation in the face of the company, guess what? People have to like you. Message. And so it's not their job to like you. It's your job to make yourself more accessible and your job to make yourself valued in the face of the people that you have to lead. That's called leadership.
You're not wrong, but what I'm saying is that sometimes as Black women, that's a little bit harder to do.
How, Sway? That's just BS. Instead of defaulting to being a nice, likable person, women like her expect everyone else to pay them special attention to discover their likable personality. They are the same types who like to say, "You'd like me if you got to know me."
It's not. Guess what? There are plenty of women that I know that are likable people. People don't hate them. They're not problematic. They're always seeking them out as project managers in order to do certain jobs. They get exceptional reviews. They level up in corporate America. They're a part of fraternities, and they do great things all the time. And guess what? They're Black women. And they don't have problems. They don't have issues with their personality. They don't have to go in and make things difficult. They are very much exceptional. They are very high in whatever their respective careers are. They network effectively. People like them and men love them. Yo, hold on. This is so funny to me how women who have the ultimate trump card in life, you guys literally have privilege in corporate America. All you got to do is be pretty, smile, do your job, and be likable. For some reason, y'all f that up too.
That's
How? Men love promoting women that look good, take care of themselves, smell exceptional, and get along with people. It's not difficult. You guys get front of the line. You get to take care of things. You get the first right of refusal, all of that. We have, and y'all got laws. Well, y'all previously had laws that promoted, that encourage promotion and all of this stuff. How do you fuck that up? How do you make it so difficult? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because y'all gossip, y'all ugly,
Jesus Christ.
y'all negative, y'all always disrespectful to people. You expect for people to tiptoe around you, and
Not
people,
happy.
and people are tired, especially white people, Indian people, Asian people. They're tired of looking at you coming in, look like who the fuck did it and why. You show up late every day. You always running your mouth, and you never really actually add any value to the organization. And when you don't get a promotion, it's everybody else's fault except for yours. People are tired of listening to Black women complain about their plight in life. You complain about your husbands. You complain about your kids. You complain about your job. You complain about the color of the street. I don't know if y'all are ever happy. I've never seen a group of Black women go on a trip together and come back and all of them are still the same towards each other when they get back. Black lesbians are the worst of the worst.
You know why?
They hate each other. They get broken up and divorced more than anybody.
Yes, Anton.
That's crazy. How do y'all have worse divorce rates than regular lesbians? Y'all be fighting with each other. When I see white lesbians, they just all look like Rosie O'Donnell.
Because they are smart enough to beat they bitch
When I see Black lesbians, one of them want to look like Future, the other one want to look like
Manny.
I don't know. Ellen was beating out her wife. Ellen.
And so now,
her wife.
you know what I'm saying? I seen two lesbians arguing outside of a new spot that opened up in the city the other day. I said, what is wrong with them? Why are they so aggressive towards each other? What is wrong? Have y'all ever prayed? Have y'all ever talked to God and said to yourself, no, think about it for a second. Have y'all ever talked to God and said to myself, why did I come out of the womb angry? What is it about me that makes me a difficult? What is it about me that makes me crazy? Why do I put on so much perfume and require everybody to suffer through it at the corporate workplace?
How we go from workplace?
You are raised by a Black woman. You are married to a Black woman.
Why is it
your
that
perception of Black women so negative?
It was only a matter of time before one of them used their favorite shaming tactic. Your mother is Black.
Get the fuck out of here?
Having a Black mother doesn't erase what someone's experience of you is.
When I address the men and I call them dusty and I say, hey man, get your money up, get your life together or whatever, they just take their L and they make the adjustment and they level up and they win in life. Whenever I address Black women and I say, hey, listen, you're a little bit dusty and you've been sucking a little bit too much over the last 2 years, then they say, oh my God, you hate Black women. How do I hate you when I'm listen? If I hated you, I wouldn't tell you that you sucking too much dick. I would just join the line. But I don't join the line. What I do is I say, hey, Black woman, stop, get up off your knees. They a little too ashy, and stop letting people use you as a rag. I'm holding you accountable because I want you to do better, not because I want to see you on your knees. I want to see you on your feet. Think about it like this, Dalen. Let me help you.
Okay.
When you think about how you speak and how you act, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Could you live with another you?
Me? Absolutely.
No. Think about it before you answer.
Okay.
Yes.
From personality and how I carry
Could you
myself.
live, work, and play with another with you, a duplicate of you, and say I had to work with this person every single day for the rest of my life?
Absolutely, because I'm easy to work with. I'm about
shit.
well, why don't you let people
And this
tell
is the
you what
problem.
the it is before you
because I'm not gonna let y'all lie to me tonight. You can't understand why when y'all go into a restaurant, all of the servers say, "Oh shit."
Well, absolutely not, because the black women you're talking about are the ones that have not learned how to conduct themselves appropriately. And
You don't fit that stereotype, right?
No, I don't. And you know what, Anton? I think the truth and reality in which I'm displaying now contradicts the lies you try to purport about me.
Shite. Oh yes, that's shite.
How I really am contradicts what you believe about me. Like, you think I'm this ghetto.
Yes.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a reflection of what. Listen. When I'm on my way into Delta and I drive by the Spirit line, right, and I see all of my queens, and I see that they got their pillows. A lot of their pillows be for their knees because they about to go get their BBLs and stuff like that, right?
Oh my God.
I see him talking to the gate agent, and it's always this. Because I can't hear him. I got my window rolled up. And the gate agent is sitting there like, oh shit. And they trying to stuff y'all fucking bag in because you're trying to get the fees taken off and all of that shit, right? Do you realize that this is not a stereotype, that this is exactly who y'all are?
Every time we defend the quality people that are facing the same result, you come bringing up Shaquitas and Shaquanas. Well, let's talk about the Lolas and the Qs and the Jesses and the Jaylens. Why don't we talk about how
We talk about Dalen, they're not out in public displaying. If they are doing it, we don't see it on a regular basis.
Nikki, you got trapped. He just diverted the conversation to.
I ain't got trapped. I'm a grown ass woman. What is you talking about, girl?
Now we was not talking.
What I am saying is,
right.
It don't have nothing to do with that. We're talking about the majority and the loudest voices. Now, if you truly believe these things, get louder, shut them down, shame them. Like, make shaming great again. I should get a hat.
Yes, honey. Yes.
But is that what we were addressing, Nikki? Because I don't like
to address a statement you made because you just been running your mouth. So I really wanted to address what you just said because it don't make sense. It just really don't make sense. I want you all to think logically.
Okay,
that's all I want. I love y'all. That's why I do what I do. That's literally why I just do the work I do in the community. That's why I do what I do. That's why I say what I say. Like, I love y'all, but y'all have got to stop. Like, y'all are literally, I'm finna hit my Jasmine Crockett. Y'all are literally damn mess.
Well, maybe that's why you carrying on the way you
say nothing about liking. I said I'm finna be Jasmine Crockett.
I wouldn't say nothing of the like.
Because I know you probably love her.
Why would I? Why would I love everyone on here knows that I'm a supporter. I act like Jasmine.
You don't act like
a ratchet hood booger that has no home training.
Well, I don't know if you act like a ratchet hood booger, but you are loud and you are the stereotype that we are talking about.